All right, and we are here. Episode, what is it, 17?
I think so.
Yeah.
Man, we didn't really talk about this before. We just jumped on. We just jumped on and started doing it. There's a lot to talk about today, though. There's some shady things afoot at the Circle K.
Oh boy, things have happened.
Things have happened this week.
Yep. It all happened. Like the wrong stuff happened though. Like I wish this thing we're going to talk about here soon was actually really legit because it was about to blow my mind.
John, will you take off your shirt for us?
I'm actually have my new sweater. It's a new Sup T-shirt. It's megapixel chest hair.
So I have a question. What is it? Because it gets hot that you shave? Because like sometimes you don't do. There's no rhyme or reason to like your look. You just like sometimes you'll like look normal.
Grown man talking about us shaving body hair has become the basic
I meant like your more your head, not your.
Yeah, I think it just I just get I think boredom, and I'm always just like, man, I feel like slicing deli meat this week, and I'll do the proper steps to make some cold cuts.
You do look like a classic 50s Italian grocer.
Oh, 100%.
That's like 100% what you look like.
I fight underground boxing clubs, bare knuckle boxing clubs, but I also make a really good hoagie. Like just super.
You do look like an underground boxer as well. What you should do is grow out your mustache a little bit and have your.
Yeah, I gotta start researching. I don't do all those creams or like whatever. But
wax or whatever.
I gotta start researching some of that. I want to look like a real pervert when I'm doing
beard
these.
creams. I'm in South Carolina still. And we're gonna have a guest jump on here with us. We were gonna have two guests, but one of them is cooking dinner for his family right now, so he's not gonna be able to jump on.
And he knows what podcast he's jumping on.
He does.
He has a family. Does he want to have a family after this podcast?
No, he's gonna. He said he will come on at a later date. Actually, when I don't text him 20 minutes before we record and asked if he wants to jump on. I'm in South Carolina, and I just went to lunch with Eric Bass and Ben Bruce from Asking Alexandria and Eric's wife and Ben's wife, and then I haven't really left this island hardly at all that we're staying on, other than to go to the airport and go to dinner a couple nights. So I went and walked around the outlet mall today, and so the South Carolina college team is called the Gamecocks.
That's interesting.
Hell yeah!
What's the logo, or what's the mascot itself? Like a bird?
That's kind of what I'm getting to. Is that when I walked around this outlet mall, it was like a bunch of like really pretty like 21-year-old girls that just had shirts that just said Cox on it. Oh,
great marketing.
I was trying to think about like what. I don't know. It was just weird and like put me in a weird place. I mean, I saw at least three like college looking age girls, probably 19, 20, 21. And they just had shirts on it. And literally the only thing on the shirt just said Cox.
Now, because it was Gay Pride Month, right? In May or something? Was it?
Yeah, but this was like a college thing.
No, but it'd be a cool fundraiser if like you're dudes. So you're just like, I love the Cox. It's like, that'd be a great marketing tool, I think.
Let me tell you this.
For Pride Month?
Yeah, 100%.
I have a daughter. She will never go to a school that just says Cox.
Dude, you imagine like all your sportswear just says Cox on it? Like, you talk about people getting the wrong idea, bro. You're just wearing Cox shirts all day long.
Yeah, hold on, time out. Let's real quick. I'm surprised nobody's offended by that.
You know what? That's a great point. I'm surprised no one's offended by it either. Honestly, you think
I'm offended? It says Cox. I'm an adult and I'm offended.
Well, I think also, because actual birds are called cocks, right? Like I always growing up, I would always joke, "Oh, this fried cock is really good." Like obviously,
John would go to KFC and go, "Yeah, let me get a 3-piece fried cock, and a side of mashed potatoes and 2 biscuits, please."
It sucks that stores close on Sunday because I really love their cock.
John goes to Chick-fil-A and goes, "Yeah, can I get the spicy cock sandwich?
Can I get the cock nuggies?"
The cock nuggies. Oh my God. Dude, you will not go to a place and say, "Hey, can I get the cock sandwich?"
Also, if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be John.
Yo, please do that, man. That would be so good if that's your new thing. Yeah, I think I'm going to get I'm actually going to get the grilled cock sandwich.
You take me to Hattie B's, I look at the menu and go, what kind of cock you got today? Like I'm into something nothing too spicy.
I'm not into the spicy cock. I just want some.
Oh,
so wow. I think the Gamecocks logo is actually like a rooster-esque animal. You know. Also, this has been a thing since I was college age as well, which was, by the way, 18 years ago. What's up with the girls just like wearing shirts just long enough to you're not sure if there's something on under the shirt in a public area?
That's definitely a new thing. And it's
no, it was around when I was a kid. It was around when I was a kid too. Yeah. They were like long, like literally one of the girls I saw that had the cock shirt on, it was a gray shirt, probably like an extra large. She should have been wearing a small, very tiny person, but they wore extra, I mean, like that, all you could see was legs after that. And I was like, what is happening? Like, where are your parents?
Just stems underneath that shirt.
Where's your parents?
Now, here's the thing, though. If this was a guy wearing that shirt, it looked like he's maybe just wearing a belt under that. Are people still like, what are you doing? Because it's a female, they're objectified. Like,
standards.
It's weird. It's like, why can't I wear that? I get arrested if I want to wear that.
That's what I'm saying.
Try it out.
There's a big difference in what's acceptable for men and women, dude. It's really like women can get away with that, dude. If John wore a shirt, if John had a double XL shirt on that just said Cox, and then he had some shorts on underneath, but you couldn't see the shorts because the shirt was so long, John's going to jail 10 out of 10. Right. 10 out of 10 times going to jail.
Now, depending on the part of the country, I would say there's probably 3 or 4 states where it's encouraged. But yeah, no, you are 100% correct on that.
Honestly, man, with that haircut and that mustache, dude, in this month, you could have walked around anywhere you wanted like that.
Hell yeah,
and no one would have said shit to you.
They're like, that guy loves cock.
Yeah. He just literally takes the South Carolina Gamecock shirts and just adds his own writing to it.
I'm picturing like the Buzzcock logo being like a rooster whose head's shaved, like almost like a monk with like almost like the connotation of maybe like a shaved penis head. Is that what the rooster looks like?
Yes.
I'll send it.
Yeah, let's see what the Buzzcock is.
I gotta write down these watermarks. So
while you're talking about that, so I was thinking, because you said that, I've seen a lot of these videos lately, Service, and they're hilarious. It's all like the college girls, like I'm going to LSU or I'm going to Kentucky, and then you see a dude like, it is the funniest thing you'll see on the internet.
Barstool Sports shared a couple of those words. So the southern schools where the girls are saying the names of school, you don't even know what they're saying. Like,
you can't
what accent is that? Right. Like, stop noodling and pronunciate.
Dude, that's wild, man. To have that.
Yeah, those kids are going to college. That's what blows my mind. Like,
dude, college is wild, dude. You live in one of the wildest college states ever.
How about this? Just came to my head here. There's a chance that Ollie or Avery could date Paul's daughter.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, but what if
you know why? Because I know she's going to eat good.
She's going to eat good, that's for sure. Especially if she's dating Ollie.
That duck cock is going to be amazing.
Oh, Jesus.
Especially if she's dating Ollie, dude. You know she's going to eat good.
Ollie's what, 4?
Ollie's 5.
5. Okay, they're a couple years apart. That's perfect.
What's Cadence, 8?
8.
Right. Yeah, he's going to like older women too, I'm sure.
This is gonna be good.
We're gonna make this happen. We're gonna have them on the show in 10 years and be like, hey, when we told you guys you were gonna date, this was a really long running joke.
That's another thing. Well, I don't know. We got to start talking about this other thing quick, but I want to go into that. Like, it's so funny that like we like as kids, you're like, oh, is that your girlfriend? But then like you don't want your kids to grow up yet. You ask if every little friend who's a girl.
Hey, is that your girlfriend? Yeah, you end up doing that.
Yeah, like you do it all the time. I do it all the time. And I'm like, I don't want my kid to have a fucking girlfriend, man. It's just whack. Keep you away from girls, bro.
Play the field.
Mine forever. You're mine forever, kid. Okay, so Jesse from Collective Soul is going to jump on here in a minute, and I'll tell you why Jesse from Collective Soul is going to jump on. You guys know why, obviously. A few days ago, I sent a text message to you guys, and we also have a text with it's just us 3, and then there's one with Kent as well. So I sent a text to you guys and was like, hey, I just got a DM from Latrell Sprewell.
Hell yes.
And we were all like, of course, everybody makes jokes about him choking people and et cetera, as you do. And then it started right after that, it started getting weird. Cause then I noticed he was following me, and then I got a DM and it said, hey, what up, Zach? And I'm like, oh, what's up, Sprewell? Because that's what else do you say to Latrell Sprewell? I don't know Latrell
Sprewell.
Lat?
What's up,
hey, man, you choked anybody lately? Like,
what? What's up, Latspree? So, all right, Jesse's going to jump in now. So we're going to add Jesse to the room. All right, Jesse.
Yes.
Do we got you?
That might be Latrell Sprewell, actually.
We got you. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
He's got nothing.
Okay, say something so we can get you. Can we hear you?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so
this is Latrell Sprewell, folks.
This is actually Latrell Sprewell on here. It's the same person. So we were. I don't know if your headphones are connected. Are they working?
Sorry, guys. Hold on just one second. I'm trying to get the audio going here.
Your audio is way better now that you.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, sorry, I had my headphones on. There we go.
All right.
Okay.
So we just got into this when you jumped on. So I get a DM from Latrell Sprewell saying what's up, and then telling us he's a big fan of the band and all this stuff. And of course he brings up Simple Man, which I thought was hilarious. Cause that's our joke. That's our joke all the time. So then he starts asking me about like tickets to shows and stuff, and then keeps talking about laminates. Like he mentions laminates like an uncomfortable amount of times, like 8 times. He just keeps saying laminates. Like he's like, oh yeah, you guys are coming to Kansas City. That's where my girl lives, blah, blah, blah. We want to come to the show. And he like it was almost like a bot. Like he just kept saying laminates. Like on Speed, if the bus goes under 50 miles an hour, it's going to blow up. Like he had to say laminates in every sentence or like his head was going to explode. So I just start replying. He's like, yo, can I get your number? And I'm like, all right, this is weird, but sure. And so I send a DM to all, or a text message to my other friend group at home. I'm like, yo, I think Latrell Sprewell is like trying to like fuck me or something. Like, I'm not really sure what's going on. Latrell Sprewell is being really weird right now.
Wish that was.
Which it could have been, you never know. So that goes on, and he keeps telling me like he wants to come to a show and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, cool. Not 12 hours later, Jesse texts me and goes, hey man, do you know Latrell Sprewell? And then as soon as you texted me, before I even replied to you, I sent a DM to these guys with a screenshot of the text and going, all right, this is getting weird. Like this is getting weird now. So Jesse basically, so can you tell us kind of where you got involved in this? Because you guys are the ones that we knew something was weird, and we noticed a picture in his Instagram that had like white legs, like crazy white legs. Like it definitely wasn't Latrell Sprewell.
It became an episode of Catfish is what this is.
It was 100% an episode of Catfish. So can you tell us what happened with your Latrell Sprewell story, and then we'll get more into how you guys kind of busted this open?
So it started out as Dean. Somehow, dead person got Dean's phone number and talked to him in like a different voice and everything. And Dean was like, man, he's like, Latrell Sprewell hit me up and was like, he wants to come hang out. We're like, dude, that's cool. That's cool shit, man. Like, let's do this. Like, this is great. It totally turned into that thing of like, what's going on? And the same thing, what you're saying about the laminates thing. Because like the protocol that we got right now with Sticks is like, no guests backstage because of, it's almost like a COVID bubble that we're doing, like the backstage type thing.
Sure.
And so it was like, yeah, dude, we can get you tickets, no problem. And the dude was like, what about laminates? It was like, look, this is what's going on. Like COVID protocol, can't do laminates. He's like, okay, cool. So you got me covered for laminates. They're like, dude, no. Like,
it's his favorite word, dude. He's got to keep saying laminates.
Wow. It was this crazy thing. So it started out with, and then Dean actually talked to somebody on the phone. He was like, dude, I think it was the guy. Like he seemed cool and everything was great. And then like we started going down this like super duper Hardy Boys rabbit hole with this thing. And like we're like, what is going on? Because like some of the text messages and stuff that were coming in was like, this is weird, dude. It was weird.
Did he enjoy the show though?
So then we start texting about it, and we're like, all right, this is straight. Dude, by the way, I would have loved to hear whatever fake voice this chubby white guy from Kansas City, Missouri did on the phone.
So you got him a laminate, right?
To make himself sound like Latrell Sprewell. So then what happened is Jesse told me that I think his name is Vince, right?
Yeah, Vince. Like he's our assistant tour manager.
Okay, so we'll check with Vince and make sure it's okay. That we'll get JR, our producer, to put the video call in here, if that's okay.
Oh, is a video call?
Check with Vince. There's a phone call that I sent. It's actually in our text message. You got to go back. John sent the Halloween trailer right after, so you may have missed it.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, and then basically they found out that this is not Latrell Sprewell.
Oh, you don't say.
Even a little bit. So how did that happen? How did Vince bust this open? Because he's the real MVP of this whole deal.
Well, hold up though. I got to give you credit though, Zach, because we've been trying to figure this thing out. Because once the account got verified, we were like, oh shit, like yeah, this guy's legit.
It has to be. There's no way it's not him.
Absolutely. That's when it was that thing is like, getting verified on Instagram is one thing. It's like that seems legit. So we went around in circles for days on this thing, man, trying to figure it out. And actually, that's what I'm saying. I'll give you credit, Zach, for breaking it up, because you were like, hey, man, I think it's this dude. If you scroll all the way back, because it had all the selfies and stuff that was going on. And so we were like, oh, my God, because the night before, Vince goes, this guy added me on Facebook. Yeah, this is where he shot himself in the freaking foot.
So ridiculous.
This dude added
this is not a mastermind.
Facebook,
this guy's not a mastermind by any stretch.
No.
This is like a weird 1980s sci-fi movie where Latrell Sprewell actually becomes an overweight white guy sent from the future.
It's like the weirdest version of Freaky Friday I've ever seen in my entire life.
So we were looking at this guy's profile the night before, and then you texted me the next morning. It was like, dude, I think it's this dude that's like in the first like few photos on the Instagram profile. And I was like, holy shit, that's exactly right. Because we were looking at this guy's Facebook profile because he added our manager, he added our tour manager, and he added Vince and like was sending messages and stuff. And it was like, it seems like the kind of the same dialogue. And then all of a sudden it was like, we saw the photos on the Instagram page of Sprewell's page. And so we were like, dude, that's the guy. And you were like, I think that's the guy. And so, dude, Vince went in on him on Facebook Messenger and backed that dude into a freaking corner.
And then he called him, and there's a video of the call that we'll get JR to put in. Well, I already time stamped it. So we'll get JR to put it in.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are things with you?
Things are good, man. Explain to me what's going on here.
What do you want me to explain? You already know.
I want just tell me everything. How if you want these tickets and a laminate, I need to know everything. Why Latrell Sprewell?
Because he's an easy target. If you read articles, he's one of the highest percentage of people that have impersonated him.
Okay. All right. And where did you get our numbers from?
That internet website I sent you a picture of. Okay. I found millions of numbers on there. They're just not yours.
You did find mine on there because you texted me.
Yes, I said there's millions of numbers on there.
Okay. And
I said just not yours.
So you texted multiple bands. You texted the Styx guys, the Collective Soul guys, the Shinedown guys, amongst other people?
Yes.
Now, how were you going to get into the show without Latrell Sprewell's ID?
That's for me to know and you to find out because I have my ways.
Well, I'm not going to find out. But, yeah, you couldn't have got in because I know what Latrell Sprewell looks like.
Yeah, you might know what he looks like.
He definitely doesn't look like you.
Yeah, I know.
So you were just going to get these tickets somehow and then just get into the show. Why do you want a laminate?
Because they're procedures to have.
Procedures to have what?
Have a laminate. They're nice things to have.
Oh, so you can go wherever you want, right?
Yes, exactly. They're prestigious.
Okay. Now you're a fan of these bands?
Yes, I'm a fan of Styx.
Okay.
I've seen Collective Soul play before.
So why didn't you just ask for tickets like a normal person instead of using Latrell Sprewell and giving us jerseys and box seats and all that instead?
I don't know. It just sounded better.
But what were you going to do when you didn't have the jerseys and didn't have the box seats and all that?
You don't know if I have jerseys or not. I have a lot of jerseys I bought off eBay that he signed.
Yeah, he signed or you signed?
He signed, and that's authenticated too.
How are you going to get Todd a box seat to the Knicks game?
I have connections.
Oh. And how'd you get to Instagram?
Somebody I know.
Got you verified.
Yes, I got a lot of connections.
Oh yeah, you got but you work with. Your LinkedIn doesn't say you've worked with anybody, any band ever.
Whatever. I've done work with bands.
Okay. All right. Well.
So are we going to be able to do anything tomorrow?
Fuck no.
Huh?
Fuck no.
So you like.
So this dude doesn't know Latrell Sprewell. As far as we know, has never met Latrell Sprewell. Latrell Sprewell doesn't know that he has a verified Instagram page, which is fucking asinine to me.
Ridiculous.
The fact that you can get that done. So whoever verified the page on Instagram, needs to be fired. Because it's a crazy thing because so here's what I found out. So a bunch of my friends followed him, like people that I know, whatever, even if they're acquaintances. So here's the people I've gotten DMs from. What I did was I sent DMs to people that I knew kinda or had met before. So I sent a DM to Isaiah Thomas, who replied to me. I sent a DM to Hardy. I texted Morgan Wallen, Stacey Jones, who plays drums for Miley Cyrus and Matchbox 20, Juice Landry. I sent a DM to Jimmy Butler, Robert Griffin III of Vanilla Ice, just people I had met before. Here's the people who had already wrote me back: Tyrone Woodley. These people already wrote me back. Adrian Peterson wrote me back and was like, dude, I knew something was up. He kept asking me for signed jerseys for a charity. So all of my sports friends, basically, literally probably 13 of them were like, yeah, dude, he kept asking me for a signed jersey for a charity. Listen, if you want to fake pretend to be somebody, that's fine. But when you start getting charities involved, that's when I started getting you're a piece of shit. So our buddy Dexter Fowler, who now plays for the Angels, who played for the Cards forever, same thing, got Dexter Fowler. He got Dexter Fowler's address. Dexter sent him his address.
Oh my God. I was getting ready because I've got to be friends with Chris Bosch. I was getting ready to hit Chris up and be like,
hit Chris up. I almost shot him a message, but I've never met Chris. So I didn't really,
Bosch posted a picture of him and this guy saying, hey, hanging with Latrell. It's just a white dude.
Just not.
You're like,
dude,
Bosch,
the most ridiculous part is this dude kept sending like a selfie from like 2010. It was like, dude, it's me. Like, I'm legit, it's me.
Right, off of Verizon chocolate.
He sent like a selfie from like 10 years before, and Jesse kept saying he kept sending the same selfie to everybody. It was like some old like selfie that he kept sending. So this
what else do I need to do? This is me.
So this is who's messaged me back already and been like, yo, he tried to get my number and all this stuff. Ronnie Turioff, Cam Jordan messaged me back, Delaney Walker, Damari Carroll, Adrian Peterson, of course, Lance Stevenson, Golden Tate, LaShawn McCoy, Brent Phillips, baseball player, Dame Lillard, Robinson Cano, diehard Yankee fan, so that was really a big one for me. Scotty Too Hottie, John, for your likeness, and Paul.
Hell yeah, dude.
Who else? Dude, I was like just Steven Jackson.
So crazy though, like.
Dude,
here, let me ask you this question. When it comes to somebody like trying to get charity, involving charities, that's like a punishable crime, right?
It should be.
Impersonating, right? I think if you impersonate a celebrity and you actually get something out of it and then you sell that to indeed make money, that seems like that could be a felony.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
What celebrity can we act like we are and use them to create an account?
I don't know who's maybe like Gary Busey. This
Yeah,
Gary
right?
Busey
Doesn't have an Instagram.
He's got a real page.
Okay. Of course, John knows that he has a real page.
We'd have to be like the E Street Band or something. Like something where
need laminates.
The entire E Street Band. We got to have laminates too. Listen, tickets aren't good enough for fake Latrell Sprewell.
So fake laminates.
Hey, so here's the cherry on top. I haven't told you this yet, Zach.
Oh, this is great. I'm glad you saved this for the podcast. This is the cherry on top.
We all absolutely lost our minds because obviously you're going to have the phone call. You're going to put the phone call up so you can see. So basically, we bribed this dude with laminates
yes,
to get him to admit to everything. So it's like, dude, we'll get you tickets and laminates if you just tell us like what's going on and like get to the bottom of it because we got a bunch of people we know who's involved, whatever. So he did. So he gets, and you'll see on the phone call, he admits to everything and how he did it and all the things. And apparently, the venue in Bonner Springs knows about this guy, and he's done this before, like multiple times.
I love this.
The best part about it, we lost our shit on this. So in the video, you'll see like he finally's like, okay, at the end of it, he's like, oh, cool, man. So are we good with the tickets and laminates? And our assistant tour manager's like, fuck no, dude, and hangs up on him. And then he sends Vince a text after that and says, dude, I thought I could trust you.
Stop. Are you serious? Oh my God.
Yo, I'm impersonating a very famous NBA player. I am a chubby white man from Kansas City who uses this to get to dupe charity people out of a charity thing. And I thought I could trust you.
Seems like a real trustworthy guy.
This guy's got balls the size of fucking basketballs, dude. Jesus Christ. Yo, that is, wow. I can't wait for whatever John's about to say next.
I just can't wait for Latrell to find out that he has a verified account without even putting the work in.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get this. We're gonna have to make this podcast go viral just because this episode.
We have to escalate this for sure.
He needs to know. I mean, for real.
I'm gonna have to hit up my friend Ashley Brewer at ESPN because she works at ESPN on SportsCenter, so maybe she would know. Or maybe we could just get it to Geico because that's the last time we've seen Latrell Sprewell. Yeah, right? It was in Geico commercials.
What if it gets to the point where it's like, no, guys, like he actually had a physical alteration. He's actually a chubby white guy now. That's what he identifies as.
What?
Like Nicolas Cage and John Travolta in Face Off, where they
he's got the same jump shot, but he looks a little bit different, guys. That's all we really.
He's got the same jump shot.
What if Sprewell's on like kink.com doing like breath play, like choking people out like on the internet for kinks?
Yo, I almost hit him up and was like, here's the thing, because like I was really looking forward to if he was going to come out to a show because I was definitely going to get a picture of him with his hands around my neck.
Well, dude, that's the same with us. Like when Dean when Dean got the phone, we were stoked about it, man. It was like, Latrell Sprewell, this is going to be fucking badass, dude. This is awesome. We all love it.
That's the bad boy of my youth.
Yeah, man. Before Ron Artest, 100%.
He was Ron Artest before Ron Artest, exactly.
Yes.
So here's the thing, though. If you scroll through, all right, I'm going to go through his Instagram real quick.
Kiss back. He got backstage laminates to Kiss.
I saw that he posted a Kiss laminate.
I'm just like, dude, like these big corporations in this day and age with security and stalkers. I mean, it's ridiculous.
By the way, Gene Simmons follows him on Instagram, which is the best thing ever. I swear to God. He's already got more verified followers. I don't know who any of them are, but Nick Simmons, Gene Simmons' son, follows him now. But here's the thing: if you scroll past the new verified followers on here, it's all bot followers. Like it's all like all India, like RJ7, 65, 45, 36. It sounds like an engineer's. Like it's all paid for followers, like all clickbait that he paid for. Like it's crazy. That's how he got 30,000 followers, and I'm guessing that's how he got verified. But
that's the fact that Instagram verified that though. Like you'd think there'd be some sort of vet process that would know some of that.
They're like, hey, can you send us a picture of what you look like? It's the same picture from Sports Illustrated with Kevin Garnett and Sam Cassell. They're like, do you have something current? You used to do
cover magazine.
we need a selfie of you, and it's just literally a picture of him on the Warriors in the early 90s just dunking on somebody, and they're like, good enough for Instagram. Let's verify this shit.
Holy crap.
How bad do you need Latrell Sprewell on your platform where you're like, you know what? We got to verify him. We got to verify him. It's definitely him for sure. That's the crazy part, man. It's like all these people follow him, dude. Lane Johnson.
Steven Jackson talks to him in the comments. Like I want to message Jackson and be like, dude, you seriously?
You should. I didn't email Steven. I didn't message Steven Jackson.
You got to. He's talking to this guy like about, oh yeah, jersey swaps and softball games together. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
They're making dinner plans right now. They're like, yeah, no, meet me at Sizzler at 7 o'clock on Sunset.
That's the thing. We told Vince told the guy, you'll see in the phone call, he's like, dude, we were going to put Latrell Sprewell on the guest list and you're going to have to show an ID to get into the show. Like, what the hell do you think you're going to do? He's like, I have my ways, man.
Oh yeah.
I have my ways.
He goes, I have my ways. I remember that in the video.
Yeah. And Vince is like, dude, I know what Latrell looks like.
I know you guys.
Like, I know what Latrell looks like. I'm not going to show up to the front.
I'm his manager. It's okay. Like, oh my God.
I know you're doing that tour with Styx, which is just fucking the hits on that thing are just insane from both bands, obviously. But I saw Tommy Shaw posted a picture with his arm around Latrell, going, "Man, I love this guy. It's just this white dude. It really hit the spot. Like, this is full circle for me." Tommy Shaw has never watched basketball in his life, but he thinks this is Latrell Sprewell. More attractive, the white attractive killer.
Yes, his captain is like 4-time MVP.
I swear to God, if I see Popeye Jones with a collective soul laminate anywhere, I'm gonna drop dead.
Oh man, I can't wait for Sam Cassell to come to a show. This is gonna be amazing.
Oh wow.
Oh,
dude, you know what's crazy is actually when we play in Chicago, I think Scottie Pippen's coming, but he's actually just a 4'11" Filipino man.
Oh, sick.
Who's doing the massages for the crew?
All I picture is a photo on Instagram of Tommy Shaw going, met 4-time MVP Latrell Sprewell last night. Tommy Shaw's never seen an NBA game in his life.
Right.
He's like, I know Larry Bird if I saw Larry Bird, but I don't know.
I told him.
There's just a 7-foot black dude.
I told him.
Me and Larry just hanging out.
It didn't sound like a white name, I told him, but anyway, it's great to see an NBA legend come to the game and listen to Mr. Roboto for the first time in its entirety.
Dude, what's the other guy? JY, what's the guitar player? JY just takes a picture with like any like random black security guy. He's like, met Shaquille O'Neal last night in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Super cool dude.
Super cool dude, man.
It was weird seeing him work security. I thought he had some endorsement deals.
It was weird seeing him work security. Oh my God, dude.
That Shazam money must not be paying off.
I can't imagine, dude. Here's the thing, like how many times does this guy get by the front gate? Because you're putting, if somebody's dumb enough to think this is Latrell Sprewell and they do all this stuff and they go, oh yeah, no, but don't put it under my name. I'm not putting you on the guest list, like period. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing that. That's not going to happen. That's so whack, dude. And then you guys said that he told me that they had security. They put pictures of the dude all over the venue.
Mm-hmm. We had even backstage, like every security across the whole venue had his picture from Facebook on a laminated sheet and was like, this guy can.
So you got your laminate. You got your laminate finally.
He got his own face on a laminate. It was great.
Here's the kicker. It was actually the picture of Latrell Sprewell from the Sports Illustrated.
All right, so hey, Collective Soul Shinedown tour with this dude on the laminate. That's the laminate. That has to be the tour.
You think I'm fucking joking? That guy's going to be our next laminate.
Dude.
I'm going to make him the laminate. Motherfucker, you're going to try to fuck me for charity? I'll make you our laminate. You will be on our laminate. And guess what? You'll still never fucking get one.
Yeah, but if he shows up to that same venue, we might get fucked. Like, oh, he's on the laminate. It's him.
Yo, man, listen.
So for real, like
September. We play that venue in September. I still hope some of those things are up in like around the security areas.
Dude. So he literally the promoter was like, that dude's been doing that thing forever. And he was like, I'm glad that y'all brought this to my attention. He's like, because he bought tickets to our show that night. Like after we told him to go eat shit, basically, and he still bought tickets to the show And we were just like waiting. The promoter was like, dude, we're waiting for this guy to show up. And as soon as he does, we're going to pop him and like done. But he never showed up. So he had tickets, but he never showed up.
He actually did show up. But when he showed up, he was actually a 6'8" black man. He morphs into other people, I think.
Right.
Dude, I would give anything to be on the phone call where fake Latrell Sprewell called Dean and did like a fake voice. That would be the greatest thing.
Not to be weird, but like I asked Dean, I was like, what did he sound like? I was like, because like the dude, when he talked on the phone with Vince, it was like obviously this like stupid, like dumbass, high-pitched redneck voice, whatever you want to call it. And then I was like, he called you? He's like, dude, it sounded exactly like he was texting, and it just sounded like he's like, he got me. Like he totally fooled me. Like it sounded legit.
Yo, I'm going to text Dean later and be like, yo, man, this is Latrell Sprewell. Here's the thing. Do the Three Doors Down guys know about it? Because they commented on your post, remember? And we all commented on your post, but they still follow him. Did you tell any of those guys that he was fake?
No, I mean, everybody knows now, but
good.
I don't follow him, but I want to.
Dude. So you told the Three Doors Down guys too that he was fake?
No, I haven't told, because I saw that Chris. I assumed he hit Chris and them up because he commented on my post.
Oh, so Crystal doesn't know. This is the greatest breakthrough of all time.
Brad is actually meeting this guy for dinner before the next show.
I'm gonna be like, hey guys, that's not Latrell Sprewell. Or we just let him go with it and be like, yo, how did this turn out? But then if my friends get murdered, I'm going to feel really bad about it.
Like, let's not do that. Mentally not stable. Like, you don't want that. I mean, it's
Paul was actually, Jesse, Paul was on a tour with you guys. Paul did the Three Doors Down Collective Soul tour.
It was like 3 years ago?
He has like 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was a good run. That was a lot of fun.
Sprewell did trick shots in between the sets.
Latrell Sprewell was the support act.
He had a merch booth where he just choked people out.
Yo, dude. $5 to get. Here's the thing: where is the real Latrell Sprewell in all this? Someone has to. Here's the thing: he probably hangs out at some point with other NBA players, and they'd be like, "Yo, man, I sent you a message on Instagram." He's like, "What the fuck is Instagram?"
Well, the real Sprewell, please stand up, like
for real. Like it's got to be a thing, right?
You got somebody. This is going to have to make it back to Latrell Sprewell somehow. I'm going to start hitting up my NBA friends and be like, "Hey, do you know Latrell Sprewell?" And then I can just picture all of them going back. Yo, man, nobody knows Latrell Sprewell. Yeah,
his Sprewell doesn't even know Sprewell.
Like, he was never invited to the Big Three league. Like, so no one even knows where this guy is.
The Big Three follows him on Instagram now.
Perfect. He might show up.
True story, man.
This 3-point guard they have sucks. He's just an old heavy white dude. He can't shoot.
Dude, his Instagram is wild now, and more verified people keep following him. It is utterly insane to see the amount of verified people who follow him. And like all he does is post old pictures. There's like nothing current, nothing like he doesn't tag anybody. Like it's clearly not. Once you know it's a fake page, it's so apparently obvious that it's a fake page. Once you really know, it's a
real Latrell page, but this guy hacked into his actual real account.
No fucking way. He admits it in the video. He admits basically like Latrell was just like an easy target, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And he says he has a guy that helped him get the account verified. Dude, the dude literally digs his own fucking grave in this video. Like he said,
dude loves Simple Man, okay?
Everything.
That's still so. Here's the thing: he posted the Shinedown thing, and that's why Jesse texted me because he's like noticed that he posted the Shinedown thing, and I like commented on it because I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Of course, it's Simple Man, but whatever. It's still cool.
Not even your original.
Yeah. It's not even like an original song that we wrote. He probably thinks we wrote it actually. But if it was really Latrell Sprewell, he'd actually probably think we wrote it. No. So and then he starts like messaging me, but he apparently already had my number because I hadn't even sent my number yet and I got a text message. So I was like, this is whack. And then you said that he got you guys' number. You didn't even give it to him.
No. And he says in that phone call, there's a website. He's like, oh yeah, I can find millions of phone numbers if I want to. He's like, all I got to do is search you guys and it just pops right up and I can find it. And we went on that website and it's legit, dude. Like it's kind of ridiculous. Like
you sent me the website, so I'm going to check it out. And John, I'm on here. I'm actually going to right now on this podcast fire my head of security who was on this podcast because my information should not be that easy to get, John.
Well, you're the one who puts yourself out there like that. You're the one. Let's
talk about
Sprewell.
How this dude writes. Like, this is car. Like,
this is car.
Now this is car. Like, with just a picture of a Corvette. It's like, what? Like, that's a post? Now this is car.
Dominique Wilkins actually follows this dude on Instagram.
That's ridiculous.
Dude, this is so wild.
We tried to FaceTime him. We tried to FaceTime him from the number that he didn't answer. He's like, I'm at a basketball camp right now. He's like, why are you guys being weird? You're being strange. I'm like, no, dude, we're just
trying to make sure this is actually Latrell.
His background's actually the '98 All-Star game with like people behind him moving around.
Yeah. I love that. I wish he would have answered and then held up a copy of the 1995 Sports Illustrated. He's like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" He's just like holding it up. It's like
his actual mouth is cut through the lips.
He's got the mouth cut out. He's just like, "Hey, dude,"
like Goonies.
It looks like the old Conan bit where he puts his mouth through Arnold's face and just says a bunch of stuff. Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? My name is Latrell Sprewell. Sorry, that was like a more Carl Malone.
This is the best episode of Catfish I think I've ever seen.
Dude, I think my friend actually knows the person from Catfish, so maybe we can get this to Catfish.
Yeah. The sad part
that person's like, oh yeah, I know Latrell. Like what?
What? The sad part is he had us bamboozled for a good 2 days, for real.
It didn't have me going for that long. Once I saw white legs and it said "ready to fly," I was like, "Hold on, bro."
Well, to be fair, Michael Jackson, you could throw that out the window. That
Michael Jackson had Villa Lago, like actually had Villa Lago though.
Sammy Sosa then. He's gone back and forth many times.
Sammy Sosa has forced Villa Lago. That's for sure.
It's too crazy of a guess to picture. Like you could say you could say Elon Musk or Martha Stewart. I would believe that over Latrell Sprewell going to Active Soul, Styx, or Shinedown concert. It just does not make sense. I'm not gonna pigeonhole our demographic, but I don't see Latrell Sprewell listening to our version of Simple Man, just driving down the road. That's all I'm gonna say. You look down at during the show, Latrell's just screaming the lyrics to December during the wrong song. He's such a fan, so hyped up.
You guys are playing Gel, and he's singing Shine out loud. He's like,
he's just screaming
this song.
Play heavy.
They're doing Mr. Roboto, and he's just singing along to December. He's like, this is my shit right here.
My shit. I love
Tommy. I'm so glad they played this one, man.
Dude, I love this song.
That's
the best part. Is like we get the same thing with eBayers when eBayers come to like after the show. They didn't go to the show at all, and they'll have like 9 Strat pick guards to sign. Like, man, I loved it when you guys played Simple Man the night. I'm like, what other songs did we play? And they don't know anything because they weren't even at the show or remotely near the show when it happened. They just want you to sign 10 Fender pick guards. Like they're such big fans. They have 10 Strats at home that they just have to have your signature on. Like, oh, you bunch of fucking turds, man.
What if Latrell Sprewell posted a picture with him and the real Tommy Shaw, but he thought Tommy Shaw was actually Steve Nash from like '96.
I met Steve Nash last night. Me and Steve Kerr at the Mighty Mighty Boss Tone show last night.
Yeah. Steve Kerr grew his hair out, man. He looks great.
Dude, Steve Kerr is the closest thing I could think of to who would look like Tommy Shaw, I guess. But
that's pretty good, though, actually, if he had long hair.
Do you have a show tonight?
Yeah, we're getting ready to play here in a little bit. But
where y'all at?
We're at the zoo.
Oh, in Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Will the sun be out when you guys go on?
We hit at 7:30.
Dude, this is going to be the hottest show you've ever played in your entire life.
Dude,
listen
okay,
so this show is going to be your fucking face is going to be so sunburned after the show.
Exactly.
That the sun goes down. If this is you're on the stage and you're looking out this way, the sun is right here the entire show. If you go on in the 7:00 hour at the Zoo Amphitheater,
trust me, I know that. So check this out. The last 2 times we played this, we did it with the Goo Goo Dolls the first time, and it was 110. When we did it with 3 Doors, you'll remember. Yep. It was like 114. It was
so miserable,
so hot. But we're breaking a streak tonight. We're breaking the curse. It's 72 here right now. The sun will be hitting us, but it is 72 here. And I've never played this venue without it not being at least 100 degrees.
There'll be a cool breeze out there, but the worst part is that there can also be 10,000 people out there, and you're not going to see any of them because the sun is going to be in your dude. I remember we've only played there once in the daytime, and it was a festival that we played, and I think Stone Temple Pilots headlined, and we went on right before headliner, and we went on at like 7:15 or whatever. And I remember it was the hottest outdoor show I've ever done in my life. I mean, the sun, it felt like the sun was in the amphitheater.
Oh yeah. Like, so last time we did it, I don't know if you remember this, like we did the 3 doors thing. The last time we did it, we had all those video screens and stuff that we were using. Yeah. The laptop was so overheated, they had to put it in a cooler on ice. We couldn't use any of the video screens. It was so damn hot. And our lighting guy, like, you know, they have to wear the headphones and they're cueing all the things. The dude overheated and about passed out at the lighting board. And the laptop was literally sitting on a cooler of ice just to be able to get the video screens to work.
You know what's crazy? Awful. I don't know if does Styx do pyro? So at that venue, you're not allowed to do certain pyro. You can't do concussions because of the animals. Because one time I think they set off a concussion and an animal jumped, literally like got out of its like area that it was in. So every time we play there now, we're not allowed to do concussions. We play there on September 24th, which is I'm sure that's going to be hot as shit. Luckily, we're going to go on last at like 9 o'clock. So hopefully the sun's down by then, dude. But that is the hottest place I think I've ever played in my life.
Dude, same.
Dude, anyway, Jesse, man, thanks for jumping on with us, brother. We appreciate you.
Dude, thanks for having me, man. It's been a pleasure, man.
This has been great.
Latrell, you look great. Latrell, you look great. It was an honor to meet you.
I'll send you guys some signed jerseys.
Please send us some signed jerseys if you can. That would be sick. Ladies and gentlemen, from Collective Soul, Mr. Jesse Triplett. Thank you, Jesse.
Be safe, Jesse.
Love you guys.
Take care, brother.
Love you,
see you, brother.
I love you in Soul Asylum. Loved it.
Killer. Ladies and gentlemen, Jesse Triplett from
that was awesome.
Soul.
Dude, I honestly think that might be the best new segment we have, where we literally bring in someone for 20 minutes to just.
Yeah, great. It's right in the middle of the podcast.
It's obviously better if they're involved in some sort of scam or a catfish, but dude, he seemed like such a badass dude.
He's cool.
Jesse's really cool, man. He's actually a really nice guy, and
great lover.
I've great lover.
Huge cock.
9.8 out of 10 lover.
He
probably does have a huge hog, dude.
He's got a big hog.
He's really tall.
Paul, have you ever showered with Collective Soul at all after a show or something?
Yeah.
It's brutal. Hold on.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the only way we showered.
Like, have you ever showered with an artist or someone and just been like, this is kind of awkward?
Is that too dark now? Did I make it too dark?
No, I still see it. I see Latrell behind you, but no. So, no, Paul, you've never showered with another artist or like a. Are there some? Have you ever been in a shower or like whatever with like a crew person where you're kind of like, I don't really want to be in a shower with this person?
Actually, you know what's funny is Barry Courage. Where were we? North Dakota, maybe?
Hell yeah.
No joke. Let's
talk about this.
And it was. I went in to go take a shower at the end of the night, and he's like, "Dude, hottest shower ever." I said, "Can you get my back because I'm gonna just be in and out real quick." And he just Barry scratched my back.
Oh, cool! Hell yeah, he's a good dude, man.
He's a good dude. So I love it. So me and Barry bonded.
Right, you guys shared.
My favorite thing on tour about you in the bathroom story, which I think we've already put in this podcast, maybe was John shooting you with the airsoft gun. And if we haven't put it in the podcast, guess what? It's going in now.
Don't do it. I'll fucking kill you. I swear to God. I'm shitting in peace. God damn it! Don't do it, you fucking asshole, motherfucker! Don't do it! God fucking fuck you up when I get out of this.
I hit one of you in the neck. Really, it was you or Sanjay. I hit in the throat. Like I kicked the door open, and like you were sitting in my chair, and like I drew the gun out, like literally hit someone in the throat. And you could just
was an all-out danger. Like I remember when you guys bought those, and I was in the back doing something. I think it was like opening records or something, and it was just you and Sanjay had airsoft guns, and it was just across the dressing room, just shooting at each other.
That was also at the height of our NFL blitz in the dressing room too. Like that was.
I remember being in South Dakota when you guys bought Blitz, and that was like the most legit. That was like one of my favorite things ever. So I want a couple things I want to talk about. I didn't know if this was going to be in your news or not, but it felt a little bit bigger than a news story. The Britney Spears.
This was in the news.
Okay. So when she came, what a crazy, did you listen to the audio? Because the real audio is out there.
I listened to some of the audio, and can we just go back about how this all came about? Because she was declared insane, right? And her management and her father and everybody was like, we need to take control of her life. So literally stripped her of having any say in anything she got to do.
And you know what? Maybe at the time, what's happening over there, guy?
I don't know. Are you not wearing pants either?
No.
Prove it. Maybe at the time that it happened, maybe that was the right thing to do for about 6 months, 8 months. Let somebody get their life together. This was also 14 years ago that this happened? 13 years ago?
Yeah, a while ago.
It was in 2007. It was after the head shaving thing, right? And that one happened? So I listened to the entire audio, and it was insanity. Like the fact that the people who did this aren't in fucking jail, especially her father and her manager, is asinine to me. Like, listen, like, first off, telling somebody what medications they, like when you imagine being an adult person who has no say in their daily life. Maybe like other than maybe going to the mall and go.
She doesn't even get to do that. Like,
I saw her at
house arrest.
I saw her at the mall one time. She lived like a mile from where Brent used to live. And I remember she would always be at the Cheesecake Factory at the Thousand Oaks Mall. True story. And I would always see her there. But she had like her kids with her.
John, what is going on?
I need to know what's happening.
We're trying to talk about Britney, and you're over here. If it happens again, you leave it like that, and we're talking to you the rest of the time.
Slamming cream sodas as we go. I love it.
Oh, man. So anyway, if John can stop trying to show his dick in the middle of us trying to talk about Britney, saving Britney. Now here's my listen. She said she was trying to get pregnant, and they wouldn't let her remove her IUD. First off, that's fucking sex traffic. That is crazy.
Yes, dude.
If you do.
Hey, you don't get to have any say over what we do to your body.
First off, if you try to save like a bucket of rainwater in California, you can fucking go to jail.
Yeah, but these people are
fucking
dictating what she gets to do
and taking advantage of her millions and millions and millions of dollars, and she doesn't get to live her life or decide when she sees her kids. Dude, they put her on lithium. That is so fucking whack, man, to have that happen to you and you have no control over it. And like, man, listen, but here's the thing. I don't think people knew the variance of what she was going through. And here's why I say this. And this happened with the Me Too thing a little bit. When it came out again, Justin came out and said, listen, this person has been through a lot, blah, blah, blah. We need to support Britney Spears. And then I knew it. And I knew where the world is today. So I clicked the replies to see what people had wrote him back. And everyone was like, fuck you. You had a fucking part of it and blah, blah, blah. So you know what? You just took your biggest voice in this whole thing of support. And because they dated and because he talked about their sex life one time in an interview, now you're going to fuck this guy. So I see why motherfuckers now are like, you know what? I'm out. How about this? Have at it yourself. You take care of it then. Fucking Jar Jar Binks 64 on Twitter. Yep. You know what? Because I have the biggest name here and I have the biggest voice and I'm trying to help. And as soon as I try to help, you want to come and try to fuck me? Fuck you.
And I actually know her instead of you fucking like.
You fucking idiots, man. It's like, dude, here's the thing, man. People want to jump on any bandwagon. Listen, I'm on the bandwagon. I'm on this free Britney train too. But it's like they want to take so much stock when I'm sure Britney, Jesus Christ. I'm pretty sure Britney really appreciates the support that she's getting from him. And then all these motherfuckers like, yo, you weren't anywhere when all this was happening. Like, dude, no one really knew what was happening. No one knew it was this bad other than her family and her people. So, and the same thing, Us Weekly posted a thing and their motherfuckers are like, don't act like you're not part of the problem. Like, listen, their job is to sell fucking magazines, man. They didn't know that she had a fucking IUD that she couldn't take out. They didn't know all these things. So it's like these motherfuckers, man, that like come out and they're like, trying to shame. Listen, it's the same thing with cancel culture, right? You're not giving anybody any room to grow or get better. You're saying whatever the one thing you've done is, it's the worst thing you've done. That's the benchmark. You can never get past that. That's all you are forever. That's so fucking stupid. And these motherfuckers who are saying this shit have the biggest fucking skeletons in their closet. They're the same people who are posting fucking Britney memes of her shaving her goddamn head and saying, if you don't love me at my fucking blank, you don't deserve me at my fucking blank. You were doing the same fucking shit. You hypocritical fucks, man. All of you. So that's what fucking bums me out about is when people, it happened with Ben Affleck and the Me Too shit. And he came out and said, listen, man, we need to listen to these fucking ladies because they're getting shit done to him by Hollywood elites. And some girl goes, oh yeah, well, one time at TRL, you touched my titty over my shirt. Even though I gave you permission, you still did it. And so fuck you. And he's like, all right, see you later. I tried to help. I did my thing. So it's like, I just want to, I don't know. It bothers me that it's like damned if you do and fucking damned if you don't.
All you can do is whether or not people want to be acceptive of other people being supportive, fuck them. Like, be supportive and that's it. Like, hey, I don't know the whole situation with Britney. Do I think it sucks that she's literally having her rights taken away as a fucking human?
Legit a slave.
Legit, like
legit a slave.
I don't know the whole backstory, but that's fucking shitty. Like, don't let that shit happen. Like, if it has been happening, put an end to it. And put the people that are in charge and have been doing this for the last some odd years, put them in fucking prison. Like, that's straight up slavery and owning somebody.
The problem I have is, like, a lot of those kids from like the Kids Incorporated or the Mickey Mouse Club, they all had the part of this genre or this awakening where they all blew up overnight. And obviously there are people, other artists at Britney Spears level, that are aware of what she went through. The ones, this is where karma, I think, comes into play here. But for the people that did say, you should know what's wrong and right from when you first hit stardom, right? Like, I don't know, because some of these people didn't open their mouths sooner, were probably chasing stardom, thinking they would hurt their career if they said something. And those are the people I have a problem with. Because I don't think Zach or the guys at Shinedown or Collective Soul, I mean, I don't know them per se, but if you see something, your first thought isn't, I can't ruin my record label or my career or radio play because I'm going to talk about something that really bad happened. And not the people that don't talk about that stuff, that's who I have a problem with. Because what are you afraid of?
The
like,
people putting their own careers first. And I think that's kind of where people are going with Justin. It's like, listen, Justin Timberlake at several points in his life has been the most famous person on earth.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
The top 10,
and he's always come out in support of her. And granted, yeah, he didn't do it right away because you know what? That's his ex-girlfriend. There's probably a lot of wounds there. There's probably a lot. That's other than the relationship he's currently in with his wife, that was probably the longest relationship he was ever in his life and his first big relationship. So it's like, man, people don't want you to talk about your ex-girlfriend, especially your current people. So like,
especially at the peak of him being one of the most popular.
But here's the thing, and that's that they're like, well, all these people are like, well, you didn't speak up when it was time and blah blah. It's like, you know what? You just found out about the shit too. And people, listen, at some point this entire year, we're going to have an apology to the conspiracy theorist party because with the vaccine, with this Britney stuff, people have been saying this free Britney shit for a couple years now. And granted, they knew what we knew, which was basically nothing, but they were watching videos of her online, which now make a ton of sense of her just like looking whacked the fuck out.
Please, like, help me type shit.
Dude, here's the thing. I do believe that video of her that it looks like it says help me in her eyelashes. I believe that was just like a hapstance, like when people see Jesus in toast and shit. Yeah. But I think it was all a little bit of a cry for help. You know what I mean? Like when you look at those things and it's, it's kind of crazy, but none of us knew, man. It's like, it's just so, man. And here's the thing. It's something I just thought about, especially for you and I, Paul. And maybe it's because I've done well enough in my career that I don't need somebody to necessarily take care of me.
Sexually.
You're fucking, I heard that one. Your fucking father. Dude, I, as a dad who would jump in front of 100 trains for my children, What?
Your kids would love that, by the way, because they love trains.
Dude, they love trains. They were
oh, Dad's go up. You see that train? Holy shit.
Twain. Watch it. See it with me. I mean, what a fucking piece of human fucking shit.
Now, hold on. Okay. So, in some insane world, if this ever happened to my child and she became the biggest fucking star and ended up having mental breakdowns and, her insanity was at question, instead of just taking control and be like, all right, you stay in your mansion and don't fucking do anything and all that, why not fucking help, like, do whatever you can to get her the help to get better instead of just letting some odd years go by and nothing changing?
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Is like, that's what I mean. Like, what a piece of shit dad
What a piece of shit.
Because all you're really doing is, you know what I mean? Like, it's basically you want your kid to fund your lifestyle, and you can keep her completely at bay by saying she's crazy. And listen, the girl lost her mind for a minute, but goddamn, how could you not? She was the most famous person in the world.
For how many years?
She couldn't go anywhere, and she lost her mind. She shaved her fucking head just to kind of prove a point. And it's like, come on, man. Like, this person, the media and everyone else put this person through so much. And so I get it a little bit with when people are kind of coming after Us Weekly, but it's like, listen, they turned around, but they're trying to do their job. They're trying to sell papers. Listen, some people's job in itself is being a piece of shit. When you look at, tabloids and things like that, TMZ are the fucking worst at it. They're the biggest, They're all the biggest pieces of shit on earth, And so, it's just a crazy thing to me that like the media caused it. And now the media is like on this like free Britney shit. I'm like, okay, man, listen, you guys played a big part in this too, driving this person to, that's what I always say, man. Like I'm so thankful I'm in a famous band, but not a famous person. You know what I mean? Like and I mean that. I think when I was 25, if you would ask me, I wanted to be famous. At 38, I want nothing to fucking do with it. Nothing. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Like I don't want people to know who I am. I'm perfectly happy them knowing my music and what I do as a band, but I like being able to walk around and not, I don't want people to do it. You guys know me. Somebody takes pictures of my kid, I'm going to crush your fucking goddamn head.
Latrell Sprewell takes a picture of your kid. You're like, God damn it! I'm
like, oh shit, Latrell! I thought you were a chubby white guy from Kansas
Latrell
City.
Sprewell pretending he's Ansel Adams.
He's gonna he's gonna repost one of your pictures and be like, hanging out with Zach and the kids, having a real good time. Like,
he's like hanging in the pool with Bethany. Like, God damn it!
Yo, Latrell's at my house right now. I gotta get home. It's actually Latrell Sprewell. That's the thing about it, man. It's like so crazy to like think about those types of things. Like, dude, that guy posts like pictures of like his family and is like,
get out of that. What, like,
free signed jerseys from people?
Some people
maybe a couple laminates.
People chase that fame. They want the lifestyle that Zach doesn't want. There's a lifestyle a lot of people think they want,
and it's not even real fame.
It's not even worth. It's the most asinine. You're not happy.
No, man. It's, I think money buys comfort. I don't think it buys happiness, and we've seen that with, in the words of Johnny Depp, John lives by the Johnny Depp who says, money doesn't buy happiness, but it does buy you a nice enough yacht to pull up to it.
Yes, it does.
Or it does buy you an island and a yacht to pull up to it or something like that. This has been such a strange episode from our normal fare.
Yeah.
You know what, Paul, you go first. Read the news.
Paul reads the news. Paul reads the news.
Yeah.
So it was the Britney thing was to start. Can we're all big basketball fans here. Can we talk about these fucking finals? Like,
dude,
so far,
so
like
great,
these
man.
Are you guys? So Zach was
Your
on
team
last
squeaked
night.
It out last night. Yeah, we're recording this on Sunday, by the way. Everybody.
Yes. So we got the Bucks in Atlanta tonight, right? Yeah. Game 3
in Atlanta,
tied 1-1 in Atlanta. Next 2 games.
He's actually the coach of the Hawks this year.
I'm pulling for the Bucks. The Bucks absolutely put on a clinic the other night in the first half alone. So I'm pulling for the Bucks to win that. The Suns look like they're about to beat the Clippers, which I am very excited about. They're up 3-1, so that'll change. They'll close out the series on Monday. So
they almost gave it up last night.
The Suns. I know. It was. Oh God. So that's the NBA Finals. Another controversial thing we can go over real quick. Derek Chauvin, the guy who murdered George Floyd, 22 and a half years. 17 and a half of them, or I'm sorry, 7 and a half of them will be eligible to serve
parole.
As like a parole. So that's a thing. And then last but not least, did you, Zach? I don't know if you saw this. Prince's handwritten notes for "Nothing Compares to You" went up for an auction.
How much? And send me the link.
And how much? They're already gone apparently. For $151,000.
I wouldn't have paid that, but I would have gotten up there for that. That's one of my favorite Prince songs.
I mean, that's handwritten. Like that's incredible.
Do you think that the version that Sinead O'Connor did? Obviously, they're totally different. I love both, but do you think when she covered it, it elevated his that much more special because he's the one that wrote it?
No, I think Prince was already as big as Prince could possibly be. I think it elevated her because he wrote the song for her. I will say this: I do like her version a little better than his.
That chart higher than his when he put it out?
He never put it out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was the first person to ever like record it in a studio, I believe, because the original version of Prince doing it was from First Ave, I believe, in Minneapolis, maybe at Paisley Park, I'm not sure, but yeah. So the original version of that was actually him doing it, like, and it's really cool. Like it's something that I actually really enjoy. But okay, so you know what? There's a news thing I want to talk about that is bothering me. I actually had it in my notes to talk about.
It's bothering you? Oh, weird.
I don't really have a lot of gripes. I do have one gripe. This is a gripe too.
Are we going with the news or the gripe?
Wait for it.
You better be nice.
This is the news. It's a news, but it's also a gripe.
Gripes.
If you haven't been following, if you watch such things because you have nothing else to do, the College World Series. The NC State baseball team was disqualified from the College World Series because some of the players were vaccinated and some of them were not.
Okay.
5
or 6 players tested positive for COVID, so they disqualified the team. By the way, they were in the finals of the World Series.
But what's weird is that if you have the vaccine,
what?
You'll get COVID if you have the vaccine. So if they're all vaccinated, got COVID, would they still
I'm going to be telling a tale outside of school here. I believe that the only players that contracted it were vaccinated.
That's what I heard too. But so if they're all vaccinated, got it, could they still play the game? It's
no,
the whole thing.
The whole thing got. Here's the thing. The funny thing is that they get disqualified by the most fucking corrupt organization in the history of the world, the NCAA, who makes billions and billions and billions and billions of fucking dollars and pays out zero money to anybody.
Correct.
The most corrupt organization of all fucking time, not just in the sports world, in any fucking world. The NCAA are the biggest crooks of all time. They use these kids' name and likeness and they pay them zero fucking money, and then they kick them out when they try to make money in any other way. So that's fuck the NCAA. First off, forever.
Hell yeah.
I fucking hate the NCAA.
Yeah.
So here's the problem. I believe maybe one of the guys who contracted it wasn't vaccinated, but there were way more vaccinated people who got it than weren't. Here's my other problem with this. You're disqualifying a team from playing in the finals of the College World Series. Meanwhile, you're charging people and you have a stadium with 28,000 unmasked people in it. Yet you're telling a team they cannot play. That is the most fucked up. That is the most... Dude, it couldn't be
in
more,
Omaha, Nebraska.
In Omaha, Nebraska, dude, where they in Omaha, if you actually get COVID, the next time you sneeze, it's just out of your body and you don't even have it anymore. Because those are like, those people don't even care about COVID. They never even got it there. It never even made its way to Nebraska.
It said Nebraska? Hell no.
Yeah,
too much corn.
Yeah. These motherfuckers can outlive this shit. We ain't fucking with Nebraska.
You think
COVID skips Nebraska like it's a tour? It's like,
you
think coronavirus got Latrell?
Nah.
What'd you say?
You think the coronavirus got Latrell, or do you think he just...
What if Latrell Sprewell is like in this guy's basement?
The real Sprewell or the fake one?
The real Sprewell.
He's actually in Wuhan playing for like a D League.
He's not certified, so he didn't get it.
Latrell Sprewell's the starting point guard for the
Wuhan Vampire Bats.
The Wuhan Vampire Bats. And starting at power forward for the Wuhan Vampire Bats, Latrell Sprewell. It's just some guy that kind of looks like Latrell Sprewell that runs out of the court.
White, overweight.
Has cornrows. Has cornrows, and they're like, oh, yeah, Latrell Sprewell, whatever.
Yeah, Sprewell. Go ahead, Sprewell.
Dude. Looks more like Sabonis, but okay, we'll take it.
That shit reminded me of there's an episode of Eastbound and Down where Kenny Powers goes to play in Mexico and they're trying to say his name and they go, Kenny Powers. It's like the funniest fucking. By the way, I drove by again today. I drove by the Righteous Gemstones set because I was over there. I went to the outlet mall today. It was my only time off the island. And they take over the Charleston Coliseum, which is like a 18,000 seat arena. And they put up like, it just says Gemstone Prayer Center. Like it's like this huge, like all the signs are up. Like it doesn't even say Charleston Coliseum. Like it says Gemstone. It's amazing.
Wow.
It's so good. And if you haven't watched The Righteous Gemstones, people, I'm telling you to watch it. I saw people in the chat last night when me and Paul went on the Instagram live and me and John were on there too. The people want to hear us talk about movies more. So anyway, I'm back to the corrupt NCAA, NC State disqualification. You're making so much TV money off of this. You're making so much in-person revenue from this because you have a literally an unmasked 28,000 people. Yet you kick out a team because 3 of the players have COVID, and then you send them on a bus back together when they all have COVID. Like, come on, man.
Super stupid. What's your favorite kids baseball movie? The Rookie or Angels in the Outfield?
I mean, my favorite kids baseball movie is The Sandlot.
Yeah.
That's not the option. The Rookie.
Well,
Angels in the Outfield.
Busey is the coach.
Angels in the Outfield. Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah, but Busey was in The Rookie, right? Or was that?
Which one had the kid? Which one had Thomas Ian Scott from American Pie in it?
That would have been The Rookie.
Was that the King's Court or King Arthur's Court or something like that?
King Arthur's Court, yes.
Is that a baseball movie too?
No, that is a kid that teleports to medieval times and brings his rollerblades and fights the Crusaders and all that shit.
But isn't he like in a baseball outfit when he's falling? I think he is. He's he's a baseball player.
Yeah, but it's not a baseball movie. He literally throws one pitch to that movie and gets sucked into a portal.
The Rookie only because of Busey.
Hell yeah,
Gary Busey's a
the
national
Rocket
treasure.
Yeah,
just icon.
I am a rocket when I see The Rocket.
What?
The Rookie came out in 2002?
No.
Yeah, I think you're looking at the wrong one.
That's definitely not right. It came out mid-90s.
Yeah, for sure. Like Duncan checks in and Andre the Seal era.
Yes.
All right, what's the greatest baseball movie of all time, though? Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams is good. For Love of the Game.
Kevin
Costner makes the best sports movies.
Man,
I love 42.
42 is great too.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
Tin Cup's great.
Moneyball.
Moneyball is a fantastic movie.
Oh, we're just talking sports, but yeah, for sure. Moneyball's amazing.
Moneyball's about baseball?
No, I thought we were talking about the sports movies in general. That's why I said
baseball movies.
Kevin Costner.
You know what's crazy is people always ask who my favorite actors are, and I always say Denzel Washington, Tom Hanks. I think Kevin Costner might be that third spot, man.
Costner's up there.
I love Costner.
Dude, it's so good.
Do you know
Christian Bale's up there for me too.
I like Christian Bale. Daniel Day-Lewis for me.
Classic. Christian Slater's up there.
No one turns into a character better than Daniel Day-Lewis, I think.
Well, every time he acts, he wins Academy Awards. So.
I mean, he's only been in think about how many Academy Awards he has compared to how many movies he's done. He's only done if he has 6 Academy Awards, he's done 8 movies.
How big do you think that guy's hog is?
Oh, he's got a big hog.
Oh, dude, he's
big dick, right?
Thick too.
Yes. Girthy,
Girth Brooks.
Yeah.
My left foot, actually, his cock has a left foot too. That's how big it is.
Yeah, dude. It's got an elbow in it.
His
for sure.
kickstand has a kickstand.
That's for sure.
Yeah, dude. He's got a John. I'm sure you have some fabulous things for us today. Are you ready? Here he goes. He gets excited when it's John the Shaman.
His stack of papers.
John the Shaman, keeping you on track. All you gotta do is touch his big old sack of mail.
I'll start with the life advice here.
Okay.
I'm going to say that the life advice dream combo today is the best we've had.
Is it uplifting?
It's totally different.
Yeah, we need
but
something.
there's nothing bad. There's nothing bad here. Like, we're going to laugh.
All right.
Okay. Here's the, we'll start with this advice. I have a huge cock. No, I'm just kidding. Here we go.
I wish it started with that.
This is a message
girl writing in.
This is Latrell Sprewell.
Sprewell.
I have a huge cock. All right, here we go. I'm 63 years old, and my brother is 61 years old. We never got along. You could say we pretty much hate each other. We have had the same mutual friend for almost 46 years, and my brother burned his bridges with him a couple of years ago. This mutual friend and I are still close and talk quite a bit. While this is how much I can't stand my brother, our mutual friend shared the fact that my brother runs a major pot growing operation in the next U.S. city over from me. He currently rents 4 properties where he grows about 150 plants in each location. He had a close friend who was an electrician bypass electrical meters. I did some investigating and found all the information our mutual friend shared with me to be fact. My question:
Is this guy from Memphis?
Memphis, he definitely has driven through there. Highly rated drive record. My question: let it go or be a dick, which would give me the great satisfaction, or drop
satisfaction.
This is the way it's. I mean,
Satisfaction.
I'm just reading how it got.
No,
right.
he did it on purpose.
And drop a dime on him. Life advice, please. Thank you.
Not life advice. Life in prison. So I don't know. I mean,
hold on. I have a question.
We got to talk about the prison story.
We're an hour and 12 minutes into this. Yeah. Sorry, today's been crazy. We may not get to it today, but I want to talk about it for sure. But we didn't know that this Latrell Sprewell. We had every intention of starting this episode with the prison story, but then when fake Latrell Sprewell gets a verified Instagram,
that takes
fuck the prison story. Where does he live? Because is weed legal there?
I don't know where he lives.
Yeah, I need an address.
I'm assuming somewhere where it's not legal to have grown that many pot plants.
Tell this person to hit me up. No, I don't.
I'm about to say, I was wondering. I was like, why are you so excited about this?
I'll sell it.
Oh yeah, dude. You guys want a tattoo?
You are Mexican, bro. You want to sell some weed, that's for sure.
Man, despite not getting along with your little brother or sister, like that's an ultimate.
Diming out your brother's weak. That's weak.
That's bad.
That's
like
bad.
Don't do
karma,
that.
Though. I think that could be karma too, though. Like we always talk about, you do something. I mean, we also don't know what his brother did, though. So what if his brother slept with his wife, or something crazy, or hit his kid, or what? You don't know why he's pissed off.
Then you know what? Okay, here I'll make a deal.
What if his brother's the guy who's impersonating Latrell Sprewell?
It's actually Latrell Sprewell that wrote this to me.
Maybe not rat him out, but burn down one of the crop fields, I guess. I mean,
or kind of let him know what you know and see if his tune changes.
Hey, break me off some cheddar, and
here.
Now we're blackmailing our brother. That's what we're doing. You guys
better than putting him in prison.
You guys are cretins, both of you. Both of you are imbeciles to society.
I'm just trying to make some money here, okay?
You're like, yo, dime him out. Actually, no, better yet, blackmail his ass.
Blackmail that son of a bitch.
I don't think you dime out your brother. I think maybe you use that to go, hey man, listen, I know that you're doing some shady shit. I don't know which parts are worse, that he's growing weed or that he's stealing power.
Well, for me, that's what bothers me, because power, like you turn your AC on so many parts of this country for too long, it'll shut down the power grid for your neighborhood. This motherfucker is putting in Wi-Fi for his plans to listen to Spotify. Like that's my issue. What do
weed plants listen to? Bob Marley?
I bet it's something really
Sublime.
Yeah, maybe. Only Rome though. Only Rome Sublime stuff.
That's okay with me. I was never a Sublime guy. Sorry.
Do you think weed loves Eric Clapton?
Maybe.
All right, what's the dream you got here, John?
I literally just got sent one more life advice here. This
just now?
Yes, like literally.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, so this is maybe the best life advice we've ever received.
Okay.
So folks, keep sending in this ridiculous. I need to go to confession after reading this, but it'll be so worth it. Hi, love the podcast. I'm looking for your advice, your opinions about something. I'm a female in my 30s, and I've been dating a guy a few years younger than me for a couple of months now. When we first started having sex, he literally said it was gross how wet I get. He doesn't want anything to do with my pussy unless we're having sex. I'm pretty damn confident about my walk.
Come on, bro.
I'm reading. This is how it came in. So I'll be back up a little bit in case you guys got distracted.
Yo, man, hold on.
Yeah, please reread this.
Here we go.
I've heard this word thousands of times in my life. Why for whatever reason, that was the grossest time I've ever heard this word. Like I need to take a shower.
Read it again.
I feel like I'm on the boat in the movie Anaconda fighting off mosquitoes in the heat right now. Holy shit.
Dude,
Ice Cube
that
over
was
there.
Dude, John saying the word pussy should be an act of terrorism. That was the grossest. It sounded like it had 13 letters in it, dude. The way he said that, it sounded like it was spelled like POUSSSSSY, dude.
I got wet ass eyes.
John got that way, the wet ass eyes.
Reread this.
Please, can you not say the word? Don't say the word.
You guys focus.
All right.
When we first started,
that's the best John.
You guys focus.
Come on, guys. They adjust for this stuff. When we first started having sex, he literally said it was gross how wet I get.
Please don't.
He doesn't want anything to do with my unless we're having sex. I'm pretty damn confident about my WAP. But he's gotten into my head some now, and now I'm wondering if the other guys I've been with have felt the same way and have just never said anything to me. Do you guys really care about how wet a female gets or if she's too wet? The guy's grossed out over wet ass. Maybe he's just immature and not man enough to handle a wet ass, even though he's also.
It does not say that many times.
I literally sent it to you. Thanks for your advice and opinions on this, but here's the best part. Thanks for being on YouTube. P.S. Paul's a hottie. Smooch face.
I didn't hear anything.
All I heard was WAP.
I didn't hear what this nice
young
lady wanted advice about. I didn't hear anything that you said.
He doesn't want anything to do with my.
Stop! Please stop saying it.
He doesn't want anything to do with
my. Stop! Okay, yeah, all right. I'm gonna tell JR to blur that out every time he says it.
Yeah.
Beep
what are your thoughts? Too wet? Like, what do you guys think of that?
Is that a thing? Too wet?
If you're a pussy. If you're a little bitch. No, man, I think that, like there is, I mean, there's probably such thing as like a sloppily wet. Why the fuck? I don't want to talk about this.
We're talking about this. No, this is advice. We have to give advice.
I'm picturing the part.
I don't think it's this lady's fault. I think it's the dude's fault. The dude needs to man up and just take it as a compliment.
Stop fucking around with kids, 30-year-old fucking boys that can't fucking hang. Like
John's like 30, bro.
What do you think?
We're in our
how do you
mid-30s.
stop? How do you like soak up the moisture? Do you throw like flour or cat litter down there? And just if they come to a mutual agreement, do you think they can powder it out a little bit?
We're about to lose a follower. Oh my god!
I'm picturing this thing so wet that it looks like the step right before you dip a chicken cutlet in like egg yolk, that little egg mixture, and then breadcrumb it. That's how wet I'm picturing it. Like Slimer being like crushed and just oozing out. Now, how do we help this woman's? Anyway, that was
can we cut this out?
That was a really. Anyway, here's a good dream, guys.
We're moving on. Okay.
Let's see here.
You know what's crazy? Hold on.
Whoa, please tell me what's crazy.
You know what's crazy is that the amount of these that we've done, this is episode 17, and the amount
we've gotten this far, first of all, which is
crazy shit that we've talked about that was coming out of his mouth that was asinine. How I continue to be mortified. Like, I continue to be shocked that, like, he said the worst that he can say. There's no more that he can say. And then I'm wrong every single time.
Listen, okay, hold on. I have two things to add on to that. Zach Myers, asked me and this idiot to be a part of this podcast. So this is your fault, one. Two, I feel more comfortable. Yes, I feel more comfortable with John talking about male genitalia than I do him talking about the female.
Yeah, because
that's weird, right?
It makes me feel uncomfortable. I'd rather him talk about cocks than what he's talking about with this, because like
what's he talking about?
It made my skin feel weird when he said it. Like it was like you know how like people. Okay. You know, like people react to the word moist. I'm gonna have JR beep that every time he says it. After the first time, I'm gonna have him beep it. Just for the comedy of it.
That would be fun. But
here's the thing. I asked John to do it with us because.
All right, so.
I asked John to do this podcast and he wasn't this person. This podcast has created this person.
No, he's always been a little twisted.
Oh,
he's been a little twisted.
Freely talk.
But now that he has about this bullshit. Now that this side of his personality has an audience. Oh, dude,
they're here for John. They're not here for me and you. They are here for John.
They care less about me.
They're here for John and what obscene
I'm
shit
just the referee and all this shit.
Because he doesn't say stuff like this on Spear Talk. This is his podcast to come to and just be himself.
This podcast lets me say the word.
Oh, baby.
All right, so I got a dream here. There is no.
All right, I get it.
A week after moving into my post-divorce apartment, I have this dream. It takes place in my new apartment as I'm facing the bathroom. I remember seeing Raul Espinarza, who plays attorney Rafael Barba on Law & Order SVU. Great character. To my left, and Zach Myers on my right. They're both talking to each other. Occasionally, they look at me and back and forth at each other. I hear quiet laughter from both. Barba looked at me more concerned, but grinning, than Zach. Zach was still almost giggling and smiling sarcastically directly at me. I am looking back and forth at him straight-faced. The dark royal blue hand towel hanging from a hook drops to the floor. Then I wake up. Let's dissect this dream for her.
Zach, what are you doing in this person's dream?
Listen, it was a weird night. No, I don't know. I don't know. I've always wanted to be in a Law & Order SVU episode. I just didn't know that this was how it was going to go down, you know?
Literally. I think it's when people binge watch SVU, and I think SVU gets. I mean, I watch it all the time too. And sometimes I have kind of maybe messed up dreams with different characters.
I love SVU.
And I can relate to Detective Stabler. I just love his policing. But
his policing.
I don't know. Maybe this person loves Shinedown, obviously, and they love SVU, and this is a perfect mixture. I'm just kind of concerned what you two. It almost seems like maybe you two were flirting, and I'm not talking about the girl having the dream.
No, you're talking about me and the lawyer. You're talking about me and the lawyer from SVU. I know exactly what you're talking about because you're the worst. I don't know. Maybe she was partying, like listening to the radio and watching Law and Order SVU at the same time. And this character's on, and like maybe like I just played like a ripping solo on Monsters, and she's like, maybe this is actually a fantasy. Maybe we're analyzing someone's fantasy right now. What's this guy look like? I don't remember what he looks like.
He's been there a long time, but that'd be a really good threesome, I think.
You think so?
I don't know. I mean, I think you're both good actors.
What does that mean?
I don't know. That got me thinking though. If here's a scenario. This is probably going to lose some viewers for sure.
Oh, great! Listen, let's go. Let's hear it.
We haven't lost. We
don't have much time.
Let's go. I was really teasing. In this scenario, all these characters have to be adult based. I think most of them are, but I don't know how cartoons work. But the scenario is you have to have a threesome with a Disney character, a female Disney character princess. Which one are you picking? But here's the kicker. It has to be a threesome. And one of them, the other person has to be Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. What female are you picking?
It's got to be a cartoon character or a Disney character.
Disney, like a Disney Pixar,
So we're Eiffel Tower and
I'll say because
me and Gaston are Eiffel Tower and a Disney princess.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, dude, I got this figured out.
Go. What do you got?
Ariel, and I'm taking the mouth, and then he's just screwed. He has nothing he can do.
He's gonna stand there and just jerk off viciously and watch you
because he ain't trying to go in that. Bro, he ain't trying to go in that fin. I can promise you that.
He's in that blowhole. He's down there jerking off, making sushi.
I know we've been on here for like an hour and 20 minutes, but this is going to be a 40-minute episode because I'm cutting out any of this. This is the worst. We're going to lose every listener we've ever had.
I was going to think of a legit answer, but after Zach, I can't.
Listen, can we all agree that the hottest cartoon character of all time is Jessica Rabbit?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but what about Disney Princess? What about Disney Princess?
Jasmine.
I think Belle. Jasmine, Belle. I think Belle. I like the brunette. I think Belle was kind of. She's into that primal beast-like creature. So
Jasmine.
Jasmine's mine for sure. Jasmine, dude.
Jasmine all the way.
Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella are too ditzy. I think Cinderella was kind of a moron.
That's too. Yeah, I'm not into Cinderella.
You're not showing me anything. I'm not enticed.
Well. Dude, that's the best packages, though, is when you don't know what's in them.
You give me the Seven Dwarfs. You give me the Seven Dwarfs, we'll have some fun.
I'm going with Dopey for the Seven Dwarfs, for sure.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'm gonna make sure Sleepy stays wide awake.
Oh, my God. What does that even mean?
I don't know. This has gone too far.
That's all I got for a dream.
All right, I got one gripe, and we can get out of here.
You better watch out. You better be nice, or you might find yourself in Zach's gripes.
I was just at the outlet mall. I don't like. Okay, first off, I have kids, so people driving through parking lots like fucking assholes I can't stand it. The worst part is like when you get in your car. You check your back, you check this way, and you check your backup camera. If you're not into a 1995 Dodge Charger. And when you start backing up and next thing you know, a car comes plowing through the parking lot at like 100 miles an hour, then has the nerve to like honk at you because you almost backed up into him. Fuck that person and fuck their car. And I hate them. That's my only gripe for this week.
Ladies and gentlemen, we made it to episode 17.
And this is the last episode that you'll ever hear from this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. John said the P word about 19 times.
Go soak up your wops.
Oh, my God.
Whoppers.
Wow,
Jesus,
okay.
Zach.
I think your internet cut out. I knew that's what you were saying.
God. Pervert.
Let's panko that.
Oh, yeah.
Like Long John Silver, panko double stuffed shrimp. Just panko that pussy lip fillet. Just
I have to go. I'm stopping.
Episode 17.
Hey,
SUP life advice at gmail.com.
If you have life advice, if you would like us to give you life advice, if you know Latrell Sprewell personally, if you actually know Latrell Sprewell, please hit us up at suplifeadvice at gmail.com, John.
That's where you say
SUPlifeadvice@gmail.com.
Paul. There you go. SUPlifeadvice at gmail.com.
Also, please subscribe to the YouTube. Turn on the notifications. Turn on all that, whatever. John said the word pussy so much, I don't know what's happening anymore. Subscribe to the YouTube page, please. We appreciate it. That's how we keep the podcast going. And we will see you next time. And take care, you nerds, you pussy ass nerds.
Oh my God.